In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at a new agave spirit from Cazcanes. It's the Nuestras Raices Agave Spirit right here on the Tequila Hombre. Coming up next. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Tequila Hombre, where today we're going to be taking a look at an agave spirit that's been produced by Cazcanes. Now here's a little backstory to this. This is not a Blanco tequila. It cannot be called tequila because it was produced outside of a CRT certified NOM. So what basically happened here, the story behind this is originally when I first started actually doing some stuff with Cazcanes, of course, I was never paid for anything I did for them. I did it to help the brand because I really liked what they're doing. Colin Edwards is the gentleman that is the master distiller behind Cazcanes. And when he first came to Mexico, when they were looking for recipes and stuff, they wanted to create a tequila brand. Colin himself is a master wine maker and a big wine enthusiast. But they came to Jalisco and they were trying to find some profiles and trying to find some tequila and stuff that they wanted to make a brand with. And they weren't finding stuff they were overly impressed with. And so they ended up connecting with a guy that was making kind of Jalisco moonshine out in the jungle of Jalisco, using Weber Blue Agave, of course. And they, excuse my cough, they learned how to make tequila from the gentleman, and his name's Humberto Alvarado. It's on the bottle. They never told me his name before, but Humberto Alvarado, his name's on the bottle. So they went out to him and they learned how to make the tequila from him, or the Blanco from him, the agave spirit. And that's when they also learned about using the water, and so they trucked the water in from a source out in the jungle, now still to this day, when they make Cazcanes. So what they did here is they went back out to Humberto and they actually had him produce a batch for him. And so this agave spirit was actually produced by the guy they learned from out in the jungle. So it's a limited edition batch, limited edition run. The bottle number here is 6,692, batch number NH2501 on my bottle. This was provided by Cazcanes for an honest, unbiased review, and they know, and everybody knows, I do give honest reviews, so I'll let you know what I think about this. It's retailing right now for $109.99, which is high for a high-proof Blanco, but let's see, because sometimes special editions may justify a cost and stuff. And since this isn't tequila, it's an agave spirit, we may have to think a little differently about that. But let's taste it and let's see what we think about it first. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the tasting portion and see what this agave spirit is all about. All right, so let's go ahead and open up this bottle. I talked about working with Cazcanes before. I've done a lot of stuff with them. We did single barrel añejo with them. We were the first to have a single barrel añejo. I helped create their first Joven. Matter of fact, the CEO, John Paul, we did that in my kitchen. So I've done a lot of stuff with Cazcanes. I know them well. I've traveled with them to Mexico. I know them really well. And it's always been a really good brand. But I actually helped them too find their new distillery when they wanted to change that. So I know the brand really well. And I know the guys there really well. But I don't accept any payments for anything. So this is an unbiased review. I don't accept payments from them. I don't charge them to do videos. I just believe in giving honest reviews. And if stuff's good, I'll promote it because I believe that it's good to help brands that are doing it right versus the big guys that aren't. And taking shortcuts and providing inferior tequila. All right. Been battling a cold, so excuse the cough. But let's take a look at it in the glass. So looking at it in the glass, it coats the glass beautifully. Look at the legs and tears coming down. So it's got a nice viscous, oily mouthfeel to it. Nice oils and stuff in there. looking at the tequila itself, or the, sorry, agave spirit, I'm going to have to really work on not calling this tequila, because I always associate tequila with Cazcanes. But looking at the agave spirit, it is crystal clear, looks beautiful. You can see right through it there, no problems. All right, so let's see what we get on the nose on this. Because, of course, when we do our tastings of tequila, we taste with our eyes, our nose, and our mouth. So on the nose, really nice, rich, cooked agave notes coming through from it. It has a nice herbal presence, a little fruitiness to it. It smells really clean and effervescent. It smells really nice. It smells good. All right, so let's see what we get on the flavor profile. Now, this is 47% alcohol by volume, so 94 proof. So I do have to acclimate my mouth to high alcohol ABV. So give me a second when I do that. Let things settle down for a minute before we start looking for tasting notes. Whenever you do that with a high proof, you notice it'll set your lips and gums and stuff on fire first. And then it kind of settles down. Everything gets used to it. And they go, okay, we know this is coming now. And it won't cause any problems. All right, we're good to go. Salud. Has a nice, rich, oily mouthfeel to it. A little bit of heat to it too. Comes in with a little bit of kick to it. Getting nice, rich, cooked agave notes. Getting some anise bitterness in there. Nice grassiness to this one. So definitely picking up more grass green notes on it. Nice cinnamon and baking spice note that kind of sits on the tongue for a while. It does have some heat. You can feel the heat coming down warming up your chest, kind of giving you a big hug, which I don't mind that at all. Some people don't like the heat. I don't mind it. It's not burning where it's scorching, where it feels like it's going to set my belly or my chest on fire, but it's kind of just like a warm, gentle feeling that comes down the chest and kind of warms up your insides a little bit. It's not that bad. So I wouldn't say, I don't like really, really hot tequilas. So I don't say this is really hot, but I think the heat too also really kind of helps extend the flavor profile on it. It definitely has nice cinnamon and baking spice note up front. Get a little bit of black licorice, anise bitterness in there. Nice grassiness, bell pepper, a little jalapeno heat to it. This is a nice agave spirit. Nothing wrong with this at all. Really enjoyable. I can enjoy it. It's not something that you're going to want to use as an everyday sipper. So think of it as a special bottle. So would I spend $199.99 for it? I probably would buy one bottle. Yes. Now for me, and I know people look at the pricing on stuff like this and they go, wow, this isn't something you're going to want to have as an everyday sipper at this price point. There's a lot of other high proof blancos out there and agave spirits that you can get that are better priced for an everyday sipper, but for a special occasion sipper, I definitely think this is a nice addition. For me, it's like, I look at it like when the Calle 23 Criollo Blanco was out, there was 3 years ago, it was priced at around $100. And that was a really nice Blanco tequila. This is an agave spirit. It's not a Blanco tequila, but it's a special edition as well. And I think it's delicious. I think it's good. So if you are somebody that likes a special bottle to sip on every once in a while, and wants to have one in your collection, I definitely recommend buying it. The flavor profile is really good. It's really enjoyable. I definitely could sit and sip and enjoy this with a good stogie. This is not something you're going to want to buy and try to buy all the time or buy a bunch of it, just because the price on it is it's high. It's high for an agave spirit. But Cazcanes has always been kind of priced high anyways. And I think, you know, to buy a bottle here and there, it's worth it. So, but as an everyday sipper, I'd look at some other bottles to buy that are, you know, for high proof Blancos, you can find some really good ones in the $60 to $70 price range. But as a special sipper, as a limited edition batch, yeah, why not? I'd buy a bottle. Well, there you go. The Cazcanes Nuestras Raices Agave Spirit. Don't call it a Blanco tequila because it's not a Blanco tequila. It is an agave spirit, 94 proof, special edition. It's good. It's delicious. It's really good. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. Those that like tequila and those that don't mind a little heat. Well, if you like the information I shared in this video, make sure you click the thumbs up and give me a like. If you're new to the channel and you like unbiased, honest reviews, then you've come to the right place. I'm not paid for by any brands. I don't accept money for videos from anybody. I do my videos and give my information to help you guys. And then I like to promote the brands that are doing it right to help them as well. So more of you will be tasting tequila that's done right versus the other stuff that isn't, the low quality tequilas. And if that's what you're looking for, you've come to the right place. So make sure you click the subscribe button right there and the notification bell next to it right there, so you get notified every time I post a new honest, unbiased review or honest informational video that will help you, ensuring that when you buy something that you're going to like it and you're not end up buying something that you're going to regret. And until next time, like I always say, life is too short to drink bad tequila, and agave spirits. So if you're thinking about picking up the Cazcanes Nuestras Raices Agave Spirit, it's delicious. I recommend it. Just, you know, the price on it is little, but as a one-time buy, it's worth it. Salud. Bye, guys.